Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live inside of the Duncan Demons High School, where the Guthrie Bluejays are taking on the Duncan Demons. I am with you tonight, Sean Silvas, and we are getting an early start as a 7 o'clock duel has last minute been changed to 6:15. The Demons team is trying to get their floor space back so they can get ready for the wrestling tournament they're hosting tomorrow and Saturday. So weigh-ins were at 5 o'clock, and Coach decided he was going to bump this duel up to 6:15 so they can get all the mats put down and they can get to bed a little earlier tonight. So for those of you that are tuning in later on, I do apologize. It is an early start, about 45 minutes early, but lucky for us, we got set up on time, and so we will get this duel kicked off shortly. Now, I was told a 6:15 start time. That's in about 5 minutes. We are going to do a little bit of a pregame, the best I can under the circumstances, and then we will, I'm sure, get the national anthem going. The band is here. If you hear them in the background get super loud, I'll do my best to turn them down. They're off to my right. They're off to my left, and they are hot tonight. So I'll do my best to control that volume for you. Probably can't talk over it, but when they're not playing, I'll do my best to commentate and keep you guys going. Again, 6:15 start time for this duel in Duncan, where the Guthrie Bluejays are in town and going to take on the Duncan Demons and try their hand in a 5A matchup. So we will take a quick break, brought to you by F&M Bank, and we will return for the pre-game show. Again, this is Sean Silvas, and this is Guthrie Wrestling.
F&M Bank loves giving back to the communities we live and serve in. Banking with us ensures your money goes back into your community. Our goal is to provide you with reliable banking you can trust, delivered with a unique passion for service. F&M Bank has all the modern banking services: mobile banking, lending, reward checking, electronic checking, and more. We invite you to come see us at any of our 8 locations. Come see what relationship banking is all about. F&M Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting just around the bend. You're lost out there and you're all alone. A light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Sean Silvas here, live to you inside of the Duncan Demons High School Gymnasium, where the Guthrie Bluejays are in town for a wrestling match. We are going to have an early start tonight at 6:15. Normally, the girls will travel and the junior high will travel with the varsity, but being that we're down here in Duncan and the boys here on the varsity squad are going to stay the night and wrestle in a tournament tomorrow, travel expenses and just, the back and forth made it to where the boys are going to stay down here. The varsity boys are going to stay. The girls didn't travel, nor did the junior high. So just going to be a high school varsity duel. It is going to get started early at 6:15. I know it was posted online, 7 o'clock start, but the Demons head coach decided they wanted to start a little bit early tonight so that they could get set up for their tournament and not have to be out so late. I know their guys are going to want to get some sleep so that they can prepare for that duel, or not that duel, but that tournament tomorrow. So we are getting started a little bit early, but it looks like everybody's ready to roll. Going to do a little pregame show here, the best that I can. I know they're going to be starting here about 6:15, but for that pregame, I would just like to give a quick shout out to some of our wonderful sponsors here making this broadcast possible. Our friends down at Bank First and at F&M Bank as well. We like to thank North Church and John Vance, Generations Church. A lot of churches in town are supporting our athletes and supporting our high school students, and we really do appreciate that. South Point Baptist to go along with that. A-Team Overhead Doors, my good friend Paul Creed and his wife Becca, always supporting the broadcast and supporting our wrestlers. We'd like to thank TIG Insurance. Seth and the boys down there, always Guthrie proud. And then Strive Wellness Lounge along with Aspen Roofing. We just want to thank those guys for making this broadcast possible. As I'm talking, the Duncan Demons are making their way to the mat. So it looks like it is 6:14. We are getting things kicked off. So bear with me here, guys. As they do introductions, I will try to relay that message here as well. Not going to get much of a pregame as we got started early. I got here just in time to get set up and get things going. So it looks like we're going to be prepared. And we are going to be live here through these introductions. And we're going to stand for the national anthem. Folks, with the national anthem underway. Looks like we're going to go through some introductions here.
Welcome the family of Marcus Knight to the center of the court. We have a special presentation.
Looks like we're going to do a special presentation.
Marcus Knight lived his whole life growing up in Duncan, Oklahoma. He was an avid wrestler and a graduate of Duncan High School in 1986. That same year, Marcus was a fourth place medalist at the state tournament, and Marcus was awarded recognition as an all-state wrestler for the West Wrestling team. After graduating, Marcus went to NEO and played football for 1 year. Following that, he transferred to Pillsbury Bible College in Minnesota to follow his passion, wrestling. He was the National Christian College National Champion that year. For 10 years, Coach Knight, following his collegiate career, was a wrestling coach at Western Heights. He revitalized the program, and in 2010, Marcus was named Large School Wrestling Coach of the Year, and the same year, he was the West Large School All-State Coach. In 2016, Marcus came home. He came home to Duncan to coach. He coached our wrestling program for 2 or 3 years, and following that, he had an opportunity to go be a head coach at Bray with their high school football team. That while he was there, in 2020, again following his passion for wrestling, Marcus started the very first youth wrestling program at Bray. That program still lives on and is thriving today. We want to honor Marcus Knight and all that he's done for Duncan Public Schools, his passion for wrestling with his family here tonight. Please give Marcus a round of applause. One other special recognition at our SOI tournament, we have now named our outstanding upperweight wrestling award is now the Marcus Knight Award. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to wrestle. We're going to start with our introductions.
All right, guys, looks like we're getting our introductions.
106, Guthrie's boy, Duncan.
Tonight's pregame show
Marcus Chastain.
going to be brought to you by Bank First.
Chastain and
our friends there. We appreciate them allowing this to take place at 106. We got Markman Simmons.
At 113 for Guthrie, Aiden Smith.
Is going to take a forfeit.
And your Duncan Demons.
Jesse Chaston at 106 is going to take the forfeit. And then at 112, we've got Aiden Smith and Caden Herendine out there on the mat. Coaches are going to get a little shifty here. Not sure who they're going to put out on the mat. But between those four guys, we ought to get a couple of good matches.
And your Duncan Demons, Jack Indy.
So Jack Incy at 126 is going to take on Colton Stevens or Matt Gyrus. At 132, Dax Lopez or Luke Lyons is going to take on Felipe Villarreal. Or perhaps PK Dial. 138, Colby Wilder. Colby Wilder is going to take on Riley Samuels. 144, Clayton Carey's coming out. And Jackson Simpson is going to be his opponent. 150, Guthrie's bringing out Rowan McCone. And Cooper Kelly is going to be wrestling for the Demons tonight at 150. Up at 157, Roston Usselton for the Blue Jays is going to be taking on Eli Ramirez, standout athlete, football, baseball, both. 165, team captain Bryson Hall for the Blue Jays is going to take on Deaton Clark. 175, Tyler Gettings is taking on Isaiah Elix. 190, Mason Russell from Guthrie is taking on Bryson Poindexter of the Duncan Demons. 215, Eli Maroney for Guthrie is going to take on Jace Ramirez. And then at 285, Nick Herendine is going to take on Garrett Henry. Folks, I am not sure about the Duncan Demons if I got all those names correct. The name list I got, I was just given a lot of different names on there. And not to give Coach Asher Coopin a hard time, but it's hard to read his handwriting. So I will do my best to keep up with that on the graphics as well. But this last-minute duel has got me a little bit flustered. Referee Jerry Kuntz is going to be at the helm tonight, calling this match as the captains go out and flip for the coin toss. That coin toss is good for second period decision. So based on whether they pick odd or even, it will determine their choice in the second period. So if you are an odd number match and your team has odd choice, then when it is time for you to wrestle in the second period, if you are the odd wrestler, you get to have your choice in the second period. So it could be beneficial in a duel to have your call of where you want that match to be in the second period. So they flip that coin. Duels work a little bit different because in tournaments they would just flip that every match, but in a duel they flip it one time, and that predetermines odd or even. All right. So we are up at match number 1 at 106.
The Demons receive a forfeit.
There is a forfeit. So that's going to bump the Duncan Demons up 6-0 for this matchup. And that's going to put the Blue Jays down starting this duel. Nothing they're not used to, as we do not have a 106-pounder. But up next at 113 pounds, it's going to be the first matchup of the night. We're going to be wrestling Aiden Smith for the Blue Jays. Aiden Smith with a takedown. Not sure of our Demons wrestler. But Aiden Smith with a nice 2-point takedown, gets on top and starts grinding. He's got double underhooks here for the inside bar arms. Riding the hips hard, too. As the Demons wrestler trying to get back to his base here. Trying to get out of bounds with the Demons, but Aiden Smith pulls him back in. Nice little knee slide switch there. Gets around to the other side. Gets a reversal for 2 points. That's going to put the Demons tied up here, back on top. Aiden Smith did a nice job on Tuesday night at his duel. Now getting rode pretty hard here by the Duncan Demons. Got a leg in now as the Demons going for the spladle on the far side. He's going to try to pull that knee up to his chest and rock back and roll over his own back, and that would put him in a spladle position. Aiden Smith's got to be very careful here that he doesn't allow his left knee to go to his chest. Demons wrestler's getting pretty high now as he's got that side saddle leg and he's on his hip, which is not a good position for him. Aiden Smith did a nice job of rocking him down, getting him too high and getting the escape. Now we're back to an escape position here. Folks, I'm going to do my best job to keep up with this camera, but running scores and cameras can be very difficult. 2 more near fall. Aiden Smith is now up 5-2. We're going to go into the second period here. Referee Jerry Coons making sure that we have the right call here on who is odd, who is even. Second period. Guthrie's choice. Aiden Smith chooses bottom. As time starts here. In the second, Aiden Smith right to his feet. Demons had the arm pulled back into that seatbelt ride. Going for a cradle on the far side. He's got it locked. He's going to try to sit back with this. If he can sit back or drive, he's going to now try to drive over his shoulder. It looks like Aiden Smith was savvy to it, kept a solid base, broke the lock. Now he bases up. He's got the far arm as well, the arm that was cradling. Aiden Smith has control of the arm. But now Duncan's got the leg in on the top. Now remember, he's swimming for the head. Remember, this is where he scored before. The Demons got too high on that leg. Now Aiden Smith coming around on the outside. They're close to out of bounds. The Demons are in quite a pickle here. Aiden Smith doing what he can to climb on top. And that's going to be reversal 2 for Aiden Smith of the Guthrie Bluejays. We're rolling down now close to a minute. Not sure what's going on here, but yeah, a big roll. As Aiden Smith's got a half on the left side, he's going to try to run that half around his head. If he can get this, Demons are going to be in trouble here. Simmons is on his back here. The half is loose. He's fighting, but that shoulder's starting to go down. Aiden Smith's got to get that far arm straight. If he pulls that far arm straight, he can pick up the fall. It looks like his head is, if he pulls his head off the mat, that inside shoulder is going to go down. That is 6 points for the Blue Jays for the pin. So now tying the duel up. 6-6 now with that fall. We had a forfeit, now a fall. Caden Herendine for the Blue Jays. It's off to a quick start. Current match score, folks, is going to be 8 for Guthrie. It's going to be 4 points for Duncan. Caden Herondine on the shot. Picks up 2 more points for the Blue Jays. Or I guess not for the Blue Jays, but for his own score. Running tough on top here with a bar arm. He's got the bar arm. He's got a seatbelt right. He's going for the seatbelt tilt here, as he's going to pick up more near fall. So far, he's got 2 points for near fall. Looks like those are going to be awarded by referee Jerry Kuntz. 2 more near fall. Still got the seatbelt bar arm over there as the Duncan wrestlers trying to get up here. For the inside cradle now, Caden Herrondine's got that locked up. Got that locked up here. We're getting near fall, close to a pin here. Referee's not in a good place to see this, but that is a fall called by Jerry Kuntz for the Blue Jays. Lock up 6 more points. Bringing that team score 6-12 for the Blue Jays. So far, leading the duel over number 4, Duncan Demons. Matt Gyrus for the Blue Jays. At 126 pounds. Taking on Jack Insee of the Duncan Demons. Low-level single leg here. Gyrus able to get his leg back. Had that thing bent back pretty far. And now gets himself back. Nicely done. Going for a double leg from the front headlock position. To no avail, but now we're back out here in action. These guys are filling each other out again. Double leg attempt by Matthew Gyrus. Another shot here by Gyrus. Insee runs around, cuts the corner, and gets 2 takedowns. Nice little block sprawl and go behind by Jack Insee of the Demons. Matt Gyrus took a shot from a little bit too far away. Insee did a nice job capitalizing on that as Gyrus now in the sit-out position. Insee breaks him back down. As they play the edge of the mat here. As long as there's a supporting point inbounds, the wrestling will continue. Unless there's no action, in which case they will stop the action. 34 seconds left to go in the first period. Current score 2-0. Jack Insee of the Duncan Demons leading Matt Gyrus of the Blue Jays. On the whistle, Gyrus tries a switch. Insee was savvy to it. Now with a Turk position on that under leg. Makes it very difficult for Gyrus to base up. Looks like he's crawled out of that Turk position. He's got a bar and a chicken wing, though, on the far side. There is a chicken wing on the far side. And he's rolled that up into a chicken wing position here. Not looking good for Matt Gyrus. He's doing a good job trying to keep his shoulders down. 2 near fall have been awarded as we run out of time and get to the second period. Looks like Insee was awarded those 2 points. Choice went to Guthrie. And Matt Gyrus chooses neutral. We are back to action here. Double leg attempt again. Matt Gyrus not afraid to take shots. Insee, remember, scored off that sprawl and go behind earlier. They feel each other out. Fake. Back to that front headlock position. Gyrus blocks with his head. A little bit of action here, trying to drag arms, both guys. And now we're back into a front headlock position. Jack Insee's on top. Gyrus dragging out. Now Insee back underneath. Both guys still wrestling. Insee's looking to come around the top. Both guys in an arm lock throwing position as Insee shoots. And they go out of bounds with 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go in the second period. Quite a bit of action there. Both guys wrestling very well, very hard. Down in the three-point stance position. Both guys low here for someone to fire something off. Jairus with a shot. Nice little block there by Incy. Both guys faking back and forth. Nice little go behind here. Incy scored again. Incy doing a nice job of faking, snapping, and then just going behind. Jairus now working here on bottom. He's got to post up. Incy's pretty high here. Back to his feet we go. In this crackdown position, Incy still commands control on top, so there's no change in points. Got this inside bar arm. A lot that can be done here, and it's hard to get away. Now he's going for half on the inside. Jairus now sits back out. Incy goes for a cradle. Jairus stops that. Under 10 seconds now. Jairus still stuck underneath. Incy still grinding away on top with that inside bar arm. You can see it from the camera here. Makes it difficult for Jairus to get up and move. We conclude the third period now. Current score 6-0. Jack Incy of the Duncan Demons is on top. I'm sorry, he's going to go on bottom. Matthew Jairus of the Blue Jays will go on top. False start here. Incy's a little bit too antsy. Jump before the whistle. Just a caution. You get two of those before any trouble happens. You lose a point after that, but no harm, no foul there. Incy comes to his feet, gets broke back down. Jairus still in control on top technically, but Incy's up and out for one more point, bringing that score 7-0. Now, the importance of this score, if Incy is able to get up by 8 or more points, he can now be in bonus territory. A standard win for a wrestler earns his team 3 points. If he gets a win by 8 or more points, he gets 4 points awarded for his team. If he gets a 15 or more, he gets 5 points for his team. And then if he gets a pin, he gets 6 points for his team. So that's how the dual scores work. Each match carries value over to the team score. So currently, there is no bonus. But if he does score 1 more point, he will be in bonus point territory. It's not 8 points, it's 8 points above your opponent. So you have to have more than 8 points to get that bonus. I mean, it looks like Incy's working here on an outside single, trying to get it. Jairus fighting that off. Keeping that head down has helped, but now Incy gets the far leg. Transitions from a single to a high crotch, now to a double, and he picks up 2 points. That's going to put him up 9-0, and if he finishes here, he's going to earn his team an extra team point, which in a duel that's going to be tight like this Duncan and Guthrie duel has been over the last several years, that could come in handy. Now look at this here. Jack Incy's got a half on the near side. He's got a half. The far arm is caught. If he's able to run that up into a stack, Jairus is going to be in trouble here. He is in trouble here. No near fall, but he's got this half locked up. Just a matter of time here. There it is. He's got the half over. Jairus somehow able to get out of the half, posting with his left arm that was being half. He posted on that far leg, making it difficult for Incy to run the head. A very slick move on his part to make that happen. But that still leads Jack Incy with a 9-0 lead, which is going to earn his team an additional 4 points. Bringing the team score, Duncan Demons, 10 points. Blue Jays still up 2. As we move on to 132 pounds. Dax Lopez for the Blue Jays. Is going to take on Bryson Burton. As we start this first period matchup. Dax Lopez taking on Bryson Burton. Nice double leg here. Dax Lopez is going to cut the corner. Burton's got a hold of his far ankle as Lopez steps over. Lopez definitely in the advantage here, but Burton doing a nice job holding onto that foot, keeping Lopez kind of stuck in this position where he can't step all the way around. Burton's doing a nice job holding on here. Lopez really I mean, he's doing everything right, but Burton somehow keeping a hold of that foot makes it very difficult for Lopez to just get the 2 points. He's going to look for a stalemate. If Burton can get the stalemate, then he is doing the right thing for sure. Lopez has got to stay busy and keep moving. There's the 2 points awarded by Jarrett Kuntz. Dax Lopez now on top, grinding hard. Dax Lopez, no stranger to top wrestling. Does a lot of scoring from this position. As I try to catch this timer up, guys, I do apologize for that. We're down under 50 seconds. As Lopez still grinding away on top, going for a cradle. Lopez finds his way on top, staying behind that arm. Burton doing a nice job staying on his base and working himself up. As Lopez grinds away on top, Burton remains busy on bottom, not allowing himself to get broke down to his belly, is keeping him in this match on bottom. Lopez able to ride but not able to score as we come to a conclusion of the first period. Dax Lopez of the Blue Jays on top of Bryson Burton, 2 points to 0. Let me catch that score up. Going into the second period here. We are back to action. Dax Lopez of Guthrie on bottom. Bryce Burton of the Duncan Demons on top. Lopez ahead 2-0 so far. Team score 12-10. Closely contested duel so far. Each one of these matches is going to be very, very key. Chicken wing on top by Burton. He's got Dax Lopez caught in a chicken wing, going for the half on the far side. Now he's going to run to the head and try to get this chicken wing over. Lopez has got to get based up, but he's in trouble here. Second time we've seen this chicken wing. Now Dax Lopez in trouble on bottom. Burton wrapping this thing up. If he's able to get Lopez's head to go down, he could pick up the fall. This is tight, and this is a big matchup. This is a big 6 points if he can get this. This matters a lot. Jerry Kuntz down there watching closely. Burton's got Lopez with 1 minute and 8 seconds to go, tight in a chicken wing. This is tight, folks. Lopez is working hard to get up. Not looking good for him, though. Boy, Burton's got this thing tight. He's got Lopez in a rough spot. Lopez coming back to his belly. Kuntz answers with a half. Running it hard. Lopez gets off his back somehow. Bryson Burton with 3 points on that near fall. Nearly a pin. Folks, too excited to keep up with the camera here. I do apologize. What a change of events here. Lopez basing up here on bottom. Trying to get out. As they work back to the center. .28 seconds to go. Lopez to his feet, goes back to his back. Lopez back to his feet now. Burton running hard inside bar arms on top. Dangerous is he for sure. What was a match that was commanded really in the first period by Dax Lopez with a takedown, nice control on top. Burton answers right back. Burton able to answer right back. So now Dax Lopez chooses to go neutral here as he lets Burton up, or Burton's going to earn a point for that. Lopez in on a high crotch. Cuts the corner, rolls through his Burton, very crafty. Lopez now transitions to a single leg as Burton, very crafty when he stopped the takedown earlier. Obviously good on top, now is making this very difficult for Dax Lopez. A lot of action here in the first 20 seconds as Burton really with that shin whizzer, he's got Lopez's shoulder down, making it difficult for Lopez. Lopez is going to have to build up here and shelf that if he wants to score. He's got it up. Now he's going to throw him forward. Burton now tries the switch, but Lopez able to get the 2-point takedown. Lopez is going to let him go. In on a shot as Burton tries to peek out. Lopez stuff in the head. Burton really trying to get this takedown to seal this matchup. If he can get back up on top, he could be in control like he was the whole second period. But Dax Lopez picks up the takedown. He's up 6-5 with under a minute to go. If Lopez can ride this out, he can win this match. If Burton can get away, he's going to have to get to his base. If he's able to get up to his base and get away, he can tie this thing and take it into extra innings. But so far, Lopez doing a good job of keeping Burton broke down and ground out. Burton's going to have to get to his base, to his knees and his hands in order to get to his feet. Meanwhile, Dax Lopez grinding away. We're under 25 seconds. Exciting matchup so far, but Burton is going to have to figure out a way to get to his knees. Lopez is going to have to keep grinding. Now he's back to his knees. It could get interesting here. Lopez grinding on top. We're down under 4 seconds. Looks like Lopez is going to get this win. And an exciting, very closely contested match. Dax Lopez able to grind out the win by takedowns on top. 3 more points for the Blue Jays. Current team score 15-10. Guthrie over the Duncan Demons. Colby Wilder of the Blue Jays. Taking on Felipe Villarreal. I believe I've got those names correct, folks. If I do not, I do apologize. Trying to read the handwriting and the arrows provided to me by the coaches can get a little bit confusing. Time is currently down to 1 minute. As Villarreal on top's got a chicken wing hooked up on Colby Wilder. Chicken wings all night for Duncan. 3 matches in a row wrestled, and the Duncan Demons have scored with chicken wings. Barm chicken wings. Colby Wilder here fighting for near fall. Villarreal's going to have 3 points awarded if Wilder gets off his back. He's got 20 seconds to fight. And if he is able to get off his back, 3 points will be awarded. But if Villarreal's not looking for points here. He is looking for a fall. He's trying to sit out and really force the shoulder of Colby Wilder down. Wilder staying up on his head, gets his forearm out. Flexible is Guthrie's Colby Wilder as we come to a conclusion of the first period. Villarreal of the Duncan Demons is ahead 5-0 over Colby Wilder of the Blue Jays. Colby Wilder's choice in the second period, going to take top. He's going to take neutral. And we're back to action. Heavy head snap here. Inside ties by Villarreal. Wilder with a nice little head snap. Pass by. Little headgear malfunction. And back to action we go. In on a single leg, here's Villarreal trying to run the pipe. That's 2 more points for Villarreal. 7-5 over Colby Wilder of Guthrie. as they compete there in the center of the mat. We're down to 1 minute and 30 seconds. Having some headgear issues is Villarreal, as he's grinding away on top here of Wilder. Remember, these chicken wings have been effective for the Duncan Demons. Warning green. Colby Wilder not doing anything on bottom or enough to please the referee. So he will get a warning for stalling. If he doesn't do more, he'll get another one. Might not matter here as Colby Wilder now is caught on his back. Villarreal on top. Wilder fighting to get back to his base. Does a great job fighting back to his base. But that's 3 more near fall for Villarreal. .35 seconds left to go in the second period. Felipe Villarreal is leading Colby Wilder of Guthrie. Really, the story here has been the top game of Villarreal. He's got a couple of takedowns, but scored most of his points, 6 of the 10, from the top position. Chicken wing, bar arms, and this little cradle dump. He's got it again. This is a near side cradle, head in the side cradle. Looks like he picked up 2 more near fall for 12 points to 0. Felipe Villarreal from the Duncan Demons looking to get bonus here against Colby Wilder. As we conclude the second period, we're now on the third. Choice is going to go to the Demons as Villarreal chooses neutral. Going to try his hand here now. Folks, he is already in major decision territory. He's up by more than 8. Therefore, Villarreal's going to get bonus. But if he can, now that he's up by 14, if he can win by 15, it will be a technical fall, just sort of like a run rule. To his back, Colby Wilder down by 14, throws Villarreal to his back. Villarreal caught on his back. Colby Wilder is now back in this matchup with a 5-point takedown. Villarreal was 1 takedown away from a technical fall, and now Colby Wilder answers back with a 5-point takedown and is grinding on top. What would have been another bonus point or 2 has now turned into a match. As Wilder now, Villarreal gets back to his feet. Wilder doing what he can to keep him down, trying to keep this match close as they go out of bounds with 58 seconds left to go. Colby Wilder made this matchup a little bit more exciting. It was all Villarreal. And then all of a sudden in the third, Colby Wilder decided he was going to catch this matchup and try to get the fall. Dangerous from his feet. Colby Wilder's just as dangerous from the top position. Colby's got a good half. We've seen him pin many of opponents with that half. He also runs a nice cradle. So dangerous from this position for sure. With 44 seconds left to go, Villarreal gets the escape. Now watch him be a little more careful here. Single leg attempt by Villarreal. Nice takedown for him. He's up 17-5. As the Demons were going for a tech fall or a pin, I think they're going to be happy here with just the win, just because of the danger Colby Wilder put them in. So Wilder's going to get warned for stalling a second time. That's going to give Villarreal another courtesy point as we're down under 5 seconds. That is going to conclude this matchup as Felipe Villarreal is going to pick up 4 points for the Demons. Current team score. Duncan Demons 14, trailing the Blue Jays by 1 point. As we start this duel off, Clayton Carey for the Blue Jays is taking on P.K. Dial, 144 pounds. Clayton Carey, P.K. Dial, set to match up here. Trying to catch up from the last matchup, folks. That got exciting there at the end. Colby Wilder really tried to pull that one off. Clayton Carey here, the freshman for Guthrie. Takedown by P.K. Dial. Nice little ankle pick. Keeps the collar and dumps. Picks up 2 points. Now he's going for a cradle. Clayton Carey finding himself in a little bit of trouble here on bottom early on. Trying to grit this out best he can. Got hand control from the cradle, able to come back up. Not able to get out, but able to get that half off as these Demons on top. Going for more chicken wings. Look at this. From the cradle, transitions into the chicken wing. P.K. Dial trying to pull off what they've had so much luck with so far in the duel. Clayton Carey does a nice job of staying heavy on his elbows, getting his arms back straight. P.K. Dial controlling from the top very nicely. Staying on the hips, keeping control here. Dial now going for the half on the far side as Clayton Carey comes to his feet as we conclude the first period. It's going to be Guthrie's choice. Clayton Carey chooses bottom. Back to his feet quick as Clayton Carey lift and return by Dial. Duncan Demons up 2-1. 2-0. He's got a crossface. Going for that cradle again, it looks like. He caught that far arm. Clayton Carey able to straighten his arm and get it out. Back to that inside bar arm. Going for that seat belt now. He's got a seat belt ride. Not tight, but he had it locked up. Back to the arm on the other side. Now he's got the half. These Duncan Demons riding hard tonight. He's got the arm barred. Clayton Carey's on his feet. With the trip, Dial gets him back to the ground, or back to the mat, I guess. Down with 120 seconds left to go. Dial doing a good job sitting on the hips and holding the feet. Making it where Carey can't really go anywhere. That is classic stalling, as referee Jerry Kuntz has warned him for. Minute and 3 seconds left to go. Clayton Carey to his feet. If the camera can catch it, up and down we go. Carey back to his feet, nearly out. Dial doing a good job staying on that foot. Carey's trying to get back around, back to their feet. That's going to be 1 point escape by Clayton Carey. To bring this match 2-1 now. P.K. Dial still ahead. Remember that ankle pick he got in the first period. He pulled that collar tie down, caught the ankle pick, and dumped Clayton Carey. Clayton Carey now with an outside single. Still going for it. Outside single attempt is successful by Clayton Carey. 2 point takedown puts Clayton Carey in the lead. P.K. Dial looks like he's fading a little bit. As Carey now grinding on top, he's got a cradle hooked up. He has the cradle locked. Clayton Carey at Guthrie is on top of P.K. Dial with the cradle hooked up. Doesn't have the best of position for the cradle, but he does have it locked. He's going to try to sit back with it, but Dial doing a good job of hiding his leg, maintaining a solid base there. It's going to conclude the second period. We're going to run into the third. Exciting matchup here. Clayton Carey able to get the escape and the takedown as he gets himself into the lead. PK Dial of the Duncan Demons is on bottom. Now broken down by Clayton Carey. Basin back up, but falls back to his hip again. Tough to get off that hip, but you got to get to your knees in order to get the escape. Can't really get many escapes from your belly, so PK Dow's trying to fight to that knee position as Clayton Carey keeps bumping him down to his hip. That's kind of the battle here. Carey now trying for a cradle on the outside. Doesn't really have it, but threatening with it. Now for a tilt. He's pulled up a tilt. He did get a 2 count. That's going to be good for 2 points. That will be good for 2 points for Clayton Carey. Bringing the score 5-2 now. As Clayton Carey, in the latter part of this match, has run up the score. He's got an inside cradle now hooked up. Clayton Carey's not done. He's trying to score more points as Dial is fading. Clayton Carey's coming on strong here. Dial now for the peek out. Dial's going to try to peek out here. If he can peek out, he'll get the 2. Clayton Carey's going to pick up more near fall, and he's going for the pin. This is huge, folks. If he can get this pin, it's going to be 6 for the Blue Jays. He's got 3 near fall. He's got this match locked up. Going for the fall. PK Dial did a good job fighting off his back. But Clayton Carey picks up 3 more near fall. 8-2. Coaches for the Blue Jays. Coaches for the Blue Jays screaming hard they want bonus. Looks like we had an illegal hold. Looks like we had an illegal hold of some kind coming out of that. Going to award Dial with 1 point. As we run down now, under 20 seconds. We're under 20 seconds. Dial just trying to stay off his back as Clayton Carey grinding on top. Timer on the clock is now right. We're running down to 5 seconds for the tilt. 2 more points for 3. If he gets all the way to 5, he did not. That's going to be 2 more points for Clayton Carey, 10-3. The final score nearly 1 second away from a major decision. What a turn of events there. Great job by freshman Clayton Carey, picking up a veteran-style win and nearly bonus points for his team. 1 point away, nicely done by Clayton Carey. It's going to bump the team score up. 3 more points for the Blue Jays. Current score 18-14. Guthrie Bluejays are winning. As we move on to the 152-pound, 150-pound weight class. I apologize. We've got Rowan McCone for the Blue Jays taking on Cooper Kelly of the Demons. In on a single leg here, going for a double leg is Rowan McCone. He's trying to cut the corner. He's trying to cut the corner and come around the backside. Kelly with a tilt here, kind of hossed him over. Rowan McCone smart enough to let go of the leg and roll out. Now he's back in on a deep double, lifts. He's got him in the air. He's got to set him down nice and try to score here. A lot of action in his first period matchup. Somehow Kelly's fighting this off still. Rowan McCone scrambling to try to get a double leg that's as deep as it needs to be. But this Duncan Demon, Cooper Kelly, what a defensive masterpiece here. Doing a good job of fighting off what should have been an easy takedown, not making it easy on Rowan McCone. He's out the back door now. He's out the back door with 2 points. He's picking up near fall as well. Cooper Kelly with a takedown and 2 near fall. And he's with the chicken wing. Going for the tilt on the far side. This Duncan Demon chicken wing game has been giving Guthrie fits all night. Now the far side half. Look for him to get back on that chicken wing. We're under 15 seconds now. Head lever going for that chicken wing or that seatbelt ride. He's got McCone and a half on the far side. Rolling over his head. There's the power half. He's going to pick up more near fall. Got the fall. Big win for the Duncan Demons. A 6-point win puts the Duncan Demons in the lead. Folks, that was a big win for big points for the Demons. In a close duel, 6 points matter a lot. Folks, I got the names wrong on the last matchup. Looks like we've got Cooper Kelly now wrestling for the Demons. Cooper Kelly is on the mat for the Demons. Not sure who wrestled the last match, probably Jackson Simpson. But now Cooper Kelly's been bumped up to wrestle against Roston Usselton. All right, matchup underway here. At 157 pounds, Roston Usselton of Guthrie Bluejays taking on Cooper Kelly of the Duncan Demons. Current match score after the last pin by the Demons brought them up 6 more points to take the first lead of the duel. They are up 20-18 now. Fireman's carry to a dump. He's going to put 2 points on the board for Cooper Kelly of the Demons. He's got the inside leg Turk as well, going for the crossface. Now he's got the Turk engaged. He's got 2 points so far. Going to be awarded for that near fall as he gets out on that half, running it violent here. Cooper Kelly, aggressive on top, is trying to get the fall for the Demons. Usselton doing what he can to fight off his back, but this is tight. Referee Jerry Kuntz is on the ground with a good view of this. As Cooper Kelly picks up the pin for the Duncan Demons. Six more points for the Demons. Going to bring that team score 26. Looks like Guthrie 17 is the score on the scoreboard. So 26-17. Eli Ramirez for the Duncan Demons at 165 is going to be taken on Bryson Hall, junior out of Guthrie. 165-pound matchup is underway. Working on some feeling out process. Bryson Hall has the fighting hands a little bit. Collar ties. These guys trying to figure out where they want to be. Heavy with his hands, Bryson Hall. Elbow pass attempt. Ramirez back inside. Outside duck under to a high crotch. High C knee pull. We've seen Bryson Hall do that quite a bit. His brother, Braden Hall, also good from that position. No surprise that he's good there as well. Doing a nice job here defensively is Eli Ramirez. We've seen the Demons defensively very difficult to take down tonight. As these guys fight for this position, Bryson Hall not letting it go, being patient. He's got it back up. Eli Ramirez, no stranger to athleticism. Very decorated athlete. For 2-point takedown off the defense. Eli Ramirez, a very decorated athlete in other sports as well, shows off his capabilities here. With a defensive takedown. We're down under 20 seconds in the first period. Bryson Hall on his feet, gets the escape. Down under 10 seconds now. Two to one is where we're going to end this period. Bryson Hall with a nice duck under to a high crotch knee pull. Did a good job getting there and did everything right finishing, but Eli Ramirez really showed off his defensive capability, and really, guys, all night, these Duncan Demons have done a great job defensively, making it really hard for the Blue Jays to finish what would otherwise be textbook. What would otherwise be textbook finishes. Very scrappy in the defensive position. Trying to figure out whose choice it's going to be here. Odd or even. Jerry Kuntz trying to give it the head table to make sure they get the right call there. As we're back to action, Bryson Hall quickly to his feet. Very difficult wrestler to keep down. Another little foot sweep attempt there by Ramirez. Bryson Hall back into some hard ties. Goes with that pass by. Inside ties. Collar tie. Same shot he was in on before. Goes for a big double this time. Ramirez off the mat now. Nicely done by Bryson Hall. Nicely done. Oftentimes when you have a wrestler who is difficult to take down because he scrambles well, the best thing you can do is just get his feet off the mat. If his feet aren't on the mat, he can't scramble. Bryson Hall makes that nice adjustment here. Picks him up, makes it hard to scramble, gets the 2 points. Very impressive, very nicely done. Now he's going to work on top with the escape and the takedown. That's 3 points earned in the second period to put him up 4-2 over Eli Ramirez. Bryson Hall riding tough on top here. Riding the ankle hard with a crossface. Eli Ramirez staying hard on his base, making it difficult for Bryson Hall to break him down. Again, it's hard to score when a guy's on his knees, and it's hard to get away when a guy's on his belly. So these two athletes are fighting for that one position. Bryson Hall with a big lift, and on the way down, Ramirez tries a switch. Now with the chicken wing is Bryson Hall. Guthrie's been on the receiving end of these all night, but now Bryson Hall going for the chicken wing tilt. He's got it. He's got near fall here. That's big points for Bryson Hall as he starts to take command of this match. 3 near fall for Bryson Hall, taking this match 7-2 with the big lead. Eli Ramirez looking like he's wearing down thin here. Bryson Hall full of energy. Ramirez doing what he can here to work Jerry Kuntz. And instead of getting the saw call, Ramirez gets a breather with an injury timeout. We're going to be going into this third period. As the Demons coaches work on their athlete to make sure he's okay. We'll take a good shot here of head coach Jaden Davenport in the back, talking to his athlete, his brother Jeremy Davenport with a white hat on. Also giving pointers here, trying to encourage Bryson. And then Jay Howard, the infamous Jay Howard in the background as well. Everyone trying to bring their athletes up. 2 minutes of injury time is what is allowed. We've got head coach Ashton Cooper down there on his knees, tending to his athlete with the trainer, making sure everything's okay over there. Ashton Cooper's been there 6 years at the helm in Duncan. Currently ranked number 4 in the state. Here's the Duncan Demons as they are showcasing a lot of good work on top today, as well as defensively on their takedowns. They've been hard to take down for the Blue Jays. Jaden Davenport of the Guthrie Bluejays. Been at the helm for 5 years now in his 5th season. Has produced some very good wrestlers, some good teams. Currently ranked 13th in the state are the Guthrie Bluejays. Looking to bring that number up as they get guys healthy, get guys to their appropriate weights. As we work through a long 2-minute, down to the last 5 seconds here, this injury time. And all the injury time is used up. So if Eli Ramirez gets hurt or needs another timeout, it will be an automatic injury default. Got his win back, it looks like. They're back to neutral position. Eli Ramirez was his choice. He chose neutral. Bryson Hall's been in on 2 deep shots. Ramirez scored defensively from one, Bryson Hall from the other. Folks, I'm not sure what you're seeing at home, but I'm seeing some streaming issues. We're getting a little bit slowed down. Hopefully, we're able to stay with it here inside of this Duncan Demon Gymnasium. Bryson Hall in on the same side, single leg. He's going to go back for a big lift here because that's the way he scored the last time. Still no points awarded as Eli Ramirez keeps the whizzer on the far side. There's the 2 points awarded by Jerry Kuntz, the referee. Big 2-point takedown by Bryson Hall. Now we're at 9-2. Bryson Hall is in commanding lead here. I believe coaches are probably going to want a bonus win if they can get it. Knowing how dangerous Eli Ramirez is, might be happy with just getting the win here. Currently, if Bryson Hall gets the win, he's going to earn the team 3 points. If he can get a major decision, then he can pick up 4 points for his team. He's going back to that chicken wing that he scored with earlier. He's going to try this tilt. Stream is still struggling a little bit, but hopefully you guys have it. He's getting that chicken wing hooked up. He did get that tilt and score 3 points earlier in the duel, earlier in this matchup. He's going to try it again as Ramirez gets on his feet. Hall's going to let him go, and he's going to push the issue here and try to get a takedown. If he can secure the takedown, he can get a bonus win. Ramirez he's in on that single leg. It's deep. Ramirez proven to be crafty, fights it off. Bryson Hall nicely done. 9-3 victory for the Blue Jays. Is going to be a 3-point added to that team score.
And we'll take it back. The Blue Jays, Tyler Demons. And your Duncan Demons, Ethan Clark.
Deacon Clark at 175 pounds. Going to try to catch this clock up, folks. All right, we're down to a minute. Tyler Gettings of Guthrie with a 2-point takedown. From the beginning, gets out in front of Deacon Clark. Now he's running a chicken wing here. Running that chicken wing hard. Tyler Gettings has got him turned over, trying to get the fall and get some 6 points back for his team here. Senior Tyler Gettings doing what he can to get the fall. Got it locked up. That's a pin. That is a pin by Tyler Gettings for his Blue Jays. That's going to be 6 points on the clock. or 6 points on the scoreboard. Tying this duel, 26-26. Isaiah Stevens at 190 pounds. Isaiah Elix taking on Mason Russell at 190. Mason Russell filling in for senior starter Wesley Silvas, who's been out this week. Got a little banged up. Mason's done a nice job filling in here as an underclassman, trying to get some varsity matchup time. Got his first varsity match last Tuesday night. He's going to get another crack at it here tonight. Mason's been putting in a lot of hard work, working in a tough room, so going to get another chance here tonight. See if he can make something happen. 190 pounds, Mason Russell from the Blue Jays taking on Isaiah Elix. Inside ties here. Both athletes feeling each other out. Elix pushing towards the edge here. Mason Russell working that inside tie. Working the edge here as they come back to the center. Elix with a hard collar tie. Bear with me as I work on this camera, folks. In on a shot here on the outside single is Elix. Back to the center we go. Gonna get a stall call warning. Mason Russell, a new wrestler, been at it a couple of years, started in junior high. Not too savvy with the rule set yet. Can't back up to the edge and wrestle. Got to stay in the middle. 2-point takedown there by Isaiah Elix. Elix goes to work on top now with these underhooks, trying for the half. Mason Russell clamping down hard. Elix now trying to stack. He's trying to, now he's running the half on the inside here. Looks like he's got the shoulder tipped over. Not good news for Mason Russell, as now there's near fall being called. Mason Russell trying to fight this off. Elix pulled the far arm over. Allowed him to collapse that far shoulder and pick up the fall, which is going to be 6 more team points for the Demons. 32-26 over the Guthrie Bluejays so far in this duel. Bryson Poindexter wrestling for the Demons. And Eli Maroney wrestling for the Blue Jays at 215 pounds. As this match goes underway, 2-0. Eli Maroney with that inside dump was able to pick up the takedown. Without my cameraman tonight, guys, so I am doing everything I can to keep up with the score. Trying to keep up with the stats and trying to keep up with the clock. We'll do our best to stay with you here. Eli Maroney of the Blue Jays is leading 2-0 over Bryson Poindexter. We're in the first period of the 215-pound matchup. For the breakdown here, Maroney doing a good job of keeping Poindexter down on his belly. Hard to score from the belly position for the bottom guy. That's where the top guy gets all his points. Now, if the bottom guy can get to his knees, he can get to his feet. So that's what Poindexter's trying to get to now. Trying to fight to his feet. Maroney's trying to get him broke down. Got a cradle on the far side. Maroney's really high here, but he's able to hoss him over into a cradle. Maroney's got near fall. He's trying to get the pin here for his team. This is huge. This will tie the duel and make it down to the heavyweight match. Maroney's got to get the pin here as Poindexter able to fight out of that cradle. Nicely done by Poindexter as Eli Maroney picks up 3 more near fall. Nearly had the fall there as Poindexter fought hard to break that strong grip of Eli Maroney to get off his back. Fighting hard for his team on that one. Down under 10 seconds, back to the cradle goes Maroney. Poindexter doing good to stay on his base. Exciting first period matchup there as Eli Maroney, the Guthrie Bluejays, leading this match 5-0. Eli goes down. It was his choice. Poindexter of the Demons is on top. And we are off. Maroney to his feet quickly as he fights hands. Poindexter doing what he can to bring him back down. He's going to lift here. On the edge of the mat here. Able to get him out of bounds with 1 minute and 49 seconds to go. Caution here. Poindexter did not get his hand in the appropriate placement for the start. It's got to be on the belly button in the center. Apparently he wasn't where referee Jerry Kuntz wanted him. He was cautioned. You get a couple of those before you lose any points, so no harm, no foul. More of a warning than anything, just to make sure these athletes get set in the right position. Now Poindexter's on top. He's got a half as Eli Maroney is basing up through the tripod. Comes to his feet again. The arm is trapped as Poindexter's doing a good job of hanging on here, going hard. That's a locked hands call. So Poindexter locked his hands. Poindexter locks his hands, and he cannot score from an illegal position. But because he's holding on illegally, the action is allowed to remain. So the action was allowed to remain because you didn't want to penalize the bottom wrestler. He did nothing wrong. You're still giving him an opportunity to escape. But the top guy cannot score from an illegal position, so that's why the referee let it continue until it was in bad shape. So escape by Eli Maroney makes this 7-0. As they're back on their feet now. In on a shot is Eli Maroney to his back. From a cow catcher position, Poindexter tries to throw Eli Maroney. Eli Maroney rolls through it, somehow gets to the side, gets on top, and now has Bryson Poindexter in a bad position. It was a 5-point takedown. 2 for the takedown, 3 for the near fall. Current score 12-0. As Eli Maroney working hard here on top. Poindexter has done a nice job twice now, being in terrible position on his back. Should have been a pin for most. But Poindexter finds a way to get off his back and save the pin for his team, as Eli Maroney is no easy wrestler to get off of you. He's a big, heavy, strong athlete. Poindexter's done a good job fighting off his back both times that Eli's had him there. As we run to an end here, we come to a conclusion of the second period. As we move into the third, Eli Maroney of the Guthrie Bluejays is leading Bryson Poindexter of the Duncan Demons 12-0. Poindexter goes back on top. I believe the thought there is, sorry guys, I'll catch this up. I believe the thought there is he had him in danger a couple of times. Perhaps he can get him there again. So the Demons had their choice, and they picked top. I think hoping to get something big here. With these bigger athletes, if you can get them on their back, oftentimes you can get the fall. Unless their name is Bryson Poindexter. He's done a good job fighting. Eli Maroney here is going to try to knee slide, tripod up. Maroney here really needs if he can get an escape and a takedown, he can win by technical fall. If he can get a reversal, perhaps get a pin. Look at Poindexter here, doing a good job trying to get Maroney to his back. As Maroney gets a reversal, it's going to bring the match here up to 14. Coaches here going to have to make a decision. Do they want to let Poindexter go and try to get a technical fall with a takedown? Or, because it was so risky, Poindexter threw him to his back in the second period, do we just try to get a technical fall by getting a turn here? Because Maroney has got him in a cradle already. That is why the coaches are the coaches, and they get to try to make these hard decisions. Looks like they're going to elect to stay on top. Maroney's going to try to score from this position as we get down under a minute now. Maroney grinding pretty hard on top here. Bryson Poindexter doing what he can to stay off his back. Maroney just needs to score one turn. If he gets a near fall, he'll tech fall. At some point, they might try to let him go. But there's the cradle. Maroney's got the cradle. Poindexter tries for the fall as Maroney tries for a risky suicide cradle. Ends up getting it, but they go out of bounds. In the meantime, Bryson Poindexter tried to catch him on his back. He posted the arm like he should have. He did everything right. And somehow, Maroney bowls his way through that. 23 seconds left to go in this match, third period. Eli Maroney winning 14-0 over Bryson Poindexter. I think coaches are going to be happy here with just the major decision win. If they can get bonus for the tech fall, they'll take it. Really, folks, this whole entire duel is going to come down to the heavyweight matchup. 3 points. 4 points for the Guthrie Bluejays on the team score. The Guthrie Bluejays are trailing the Duncan Demons 30-32. This is coming down to the heavyweight matchup, folks. Whoever wins this match wins the duel for the team. This is for all the marbles. Big matchup here. If Nick Herendeen with the Blue Jays can pick up a win, he will earn 3 points for his team and win the duel. Garrett Henry wins this match. He wins the duel for the team. Going for a big throw here is Garrett Henry. Puts Nicholas Herendeen in immediate danger. Sorry, guys, I'm going to try to keep up here better than I have been. Still no points. Outside single by Nick Herendeen. Poindexter keeps that whizzer, keeps it hard. Herendeen up, gets him on his back. Folks, Herendeen can close out the duel right here with the pin. If he finishes this match with a win, Guthrie wins the duel. That is it. That is the duel. For the win, Nicholas Herendeen picks up 6 points for the Guthrie Bluejays. Final score of the duel, 36 Guthrie Bluejays, 32 Duncan Demons. Number 13 ranked Guthrie Bluejays just pull the upset over the number 4 ranked Duncan Demons. Big matchup there at the end, folks, and the Duncan Demons fall to the Guthrie Bluejays. Coming down to the last matchup, where heavyweight Nick Herendeen pulls off the pin in the first period. Exciting night, a bunch of good matches, and the Guthrie Bluejays celebrate their first dual win of the season over the Duncan Demons. Hats off to the Duncan Demons. They put up a good fight tonight as well. We're going to take a quick break, folks, as we come back to the post-night festivities. Tonight's timeout brought to you by F&M Bank.
F&M Bank loves...
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
There's one big difference between Vance Auto Group and the other dealers: transparency. We show all the discounts and rebates on our website long before you arrive. See your monthly payment, your current vehicle's value, Carfax, and everything about the vehicle you're interested in buying. You can even buy any vehicle, new or pre-owned, without leaving home, right from our website. Buy with transparency at the John Vance Auto Group.
John Vance Auto Group.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
At Generations Church, we exist to love God, love people, and serve both well. We're a multi-generational, multicultural church that believes in being a light to our city and our region. At Generations, we don't believe that church can be put in a box. We're a church that accepts all people from all walks of life, young, old, rich, and poor, and you will feel welcome at Generations. Join us at 10 a.m. every Sunday at 2524 West Noble in Guthrie, America. You can also join us at generationsguthrie.online.church.
All right, folks, we are back, and we are live inside. What's up, guys? Got the camera on me tonight. We are back inside of the Duncan Demons High School Auditorium, where the Guthrie Bluejays just pulled a major upset over the Duncan Demons. Guthrie was ranked number 13th in the state going into this matchup. Duncan Demons were ranked number 4, and with a big win at the end by heavyweight Nicholas Herendeen, we pick up the upset. So congratulations to the Blue Jays for that win. Real quick, while I've got you all here, we're going to do a post-game show soon. I'm going to grab Coach Davenport, and we're going to get the wrestler of the night as well. We're going to do an interview of those guys and find out their thoughts on the evening. But real quick, I would like to give a shout out to all of our sponsors for the boosters. Dr. Dawn's Chiropractic. We want to thank Dr. Dawn for all of her continued help and support for our Blue Jays, for Carey Electric and the entire Carey family for always being here to support our wrestlers. Second Banana Media is now on board supporting our booster club, and we really appreciate all the work behind the scenes that Second Banana Media provides. Grace Construction back on board as well, and we thank them for their generous contributions to our booster club. Be Well Acupuncture is now on board as well, helping out our Blue Jays. And Mosquito and Pest Authority, Ronnie Phillips and his wonderful wrestling family is now supporting this booster club as well. KO Property Development we are wanting to thank KO Property Development for coming on board and helping out our wrestlers. The Nelson Monument Company, Asa and his wonderful family, wrestlers themselves, big part of our program from the beginning. We want to thank them for supporting our boosters, and Topco Cabinets and Countertops are now helping as well, and their family. We thank them for all that they're doing, for all their contributions, and again, for all these gold member sponsors for what they do to support our wrestling program. Guys, these sponsorships help our kids travel, eat, have the gear they need to compete. Guys, without them, none of this would be possible. Our program is not fully funded, so having these sponsors on board make it possible. Just want to give a shout out to them and a special thank you. We are going to take one more short time out before we hop in here and talk to our wrestler of the night. So stick with me. This timeout is brought to you by F&M Bank.
Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
All right, folks, I am live here with Wrestler of the Night. Bear with me as I work on some audio. I'm here with Bryson Hall. Bryson, big night tonight, big upset win over the Duncan Demons. They were ranked 4th going into this, and we were ranked 13th. Sounds like some rankings might need to change. Tell us your thoughts on the duel.
I knew coming into it that we were the better team, and especially with one of our main guys out, I thought, it might be pretty close, but even without our big 6 score every time, still came out there and got it done tonight.
Awesome. So your match obviously was awesome. One of the best athletes, one of the best wrestlers. You came out with a nice high C pull, high crotch. You get it up, he breaks it down. You get it up again, he breaks it down. He scores the first takedown, and then you go back out with the same shot and get 4 more takedowns. Talk about the adjustment you made in that moment to really come back and take over that match.
Well, see, even after I pulled that first one and I got it up, I knew from watching prior matches and how athletic he is that he was probably going to jump under. I should have finished better to the ground and not lifting so high, but I knew with how easy it was to get in on that one that I'd be able to go in there and get a couple more same way, just have a proper finish. So.
Well, so all night it seems like they were running that chicken wing little tilt and that bar arm and stuff on us. You jump back out, do the same thing back to them that they've been doing to us all night. Did you feel that was going to work? Were you just trying to make something happen or just took what you could get?
Well, I've been working wings a lot in practice, that wing tilt, and I'm going out there and I've gotten a lot better on top over the summer, not quite letting people up anymore. Wings, boots, all that I've been working on, so I was kind of looking for that wing, and whenever I returned them and I had that wing, just thought might as well go for this tilt while there's 20 seconds left, try to get some extra points.
All right, so tonight we got the duel. Tomorrow you got to weigh in again for 2-day tournament here in Duncan. You're going to stay the night here. Talk about your expectations tomorrow and then moving on into Saturday for this tournament that you're fixing to wrestle in.
Well, this tournament's a good representation of what regionals is going to be like, a lot of 5A teams. So I'm hoping to come out there and wrestle like I have been, wrestle good, get wins tonight, go win this tournament, and go eat after Thanksgiving. It's Christmas break after, so I'm ready.
All right, guys, I am here again with the North Church Wrestler of the Night, Bryson Hall. Bryson, very well done. Good job. Congratulations. Good luck this weekend. All right, folks, we're going to take one more timeout before we talk to Coach Davenport. This timeout brought to you by F&M Bank.
When garage door problems occur, don't call a kind of service company or maybe a repair guy. Call Paul Creed at A-Team Overhead Door. Paul owns and operates his company and has over 15 years of experience in residential and commercial overhead door service. Paul provides all garage door services from repairs to installations. With free estimates, Paul will work with you to decide the best possible solution for your garage door or opener problems. Call A-Team Overhead Door today, 405-642-7065. At South Point Baptist Church, we want you to cheer loud and be proud as we send the Blue Jays to victory. Afterwards, join us each Sunday in our friendly family atmosphere. South Point invites you, your family, and friends to join us each week with Sunday school beginning at 10 a.m. and our morning service at 11 a.m. South Point wishes all students this season to make fun and exciting memories not only on the playing field, but in the classroom as well. And as always, go Blue Jays.
All right, guys, I am live here with the John Vance coaches interview. Coach Davenport, tonight's night, very exciting. Number 4 ranked Duncan Demons. We come in ranked number 13. Did you think we could compete with them? You think we were underrated, or what was your thought coming in?
Oh, I know. We compete with anybody in this state. People underestimate this team because they think we lost people like Eli Kirk and Braden Hall, and they don't think we have people to replace them. Guys, what Coach Jeremy Davenport said is a great thing. We never rebuild, we always reload. And that's one thing that we did this year. We compete with anybody. Anybody in the state, we'll go out there and battle, and we'll give it our hardest. And I knew 5A sleeps on us. They do that every year. But we love that. It drives us, it fuels us, and it gets us, fuel to go out there and compete day in and day out and get better. I want people to sleep on us. I want them to. Because when we go out there and beat a tough team like Duncan is, it makes it that sweeter. And I hope everybody realizes how good of a team this is and that we're here in 5A and we're going to here to make a statement.
Yeah, so knocked off number 4 tonight without a couple of your key wrestlers, really, that perhaps would have added more to the board. So moving on now with the Duncan tournament this weekend, right? You had your guys looked great last weekend. They look good tonight. What are we looking forward to this weekend, tomorrow with the tournament, moving on into Saturday?
Just build on the momentum. That's all we got to do, build on the momentum. Learn from the little mental mistakes that we've been making throughout the year. That's the goal. Each and every week, we don't go out there and just try to win matches. We go out there to win matches, but also learn from the mistakes that we made that when we lost those close matches. And some of our young guys did that. We're in tough positions. We learned from it. We battled. We got out of it. We ended up scrapping through and wrestling our style, pushing the pace. And all we do is just break people. That's what we do. Is trying to get people to push wrestle our pace. And, we made them wrestle our pace, and it showed tonight. We had a lot of people on the ropes. Dax Lopez, Clayton Carey, Bryson Hall. Dude, they wrestled fantastic, and I can't ask anything more. Bryson defeated a defending state champ and beat him with a purpose. Almost got the major. So it was very nice to see that, and now I hope people start to realize what kind of team we have here in Guthrie, Oklahoma.
Absolutely. Now, Coach, you're staying tonight in Duncan. Something I haven't mentioned in any of the interviews in the past, but talk about how important it is for the sponsors that have come on board to allow us to be able to stay on the road now, to travel, to feed these guys and all that stuff. How big of a deal is it for these people that are contributing, that are actually helping our program to grow?
Oh, man, it's huge. Without them, we wouldn't be able to stay here, get good night's sleep, eat well, and be able to operate and compete like we want to compete. So if it wasn't for our sponsors, we won't be able to stay here in Duncan and sleep and get a good practice in the morning. We'd have to go back 2 hours to Guthrie and then 2 hours in the morning here, not get a workout in, worry about weight issues. It's very hard to do that. Well, when we have the ability to stay in these places, get a good night's rest, monitor our weight as a whole, and then be able to compete at a high level after a good practice, that's what it's all about. So I can't thank the sponsors enough. Without them, we couldn't have the team that we have today. So, I from the bottom of my heart, I thank every single sponsor that we got, that we were capable to do the things that we do.
All right, guys. John Vance, coach interview here with Coach Davenport. Coach, good luck this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Good job traveling. Guys, we're going to take one more break. Brought to you by F&M Bank, and we will be back shortly.
At Terry Insure Group, you'll be helped by lifelong Blue Jay fans. Seth Robbins, Jason Herzl, and Dennis Oakes aren't limited to any single provider. We'll work with you to find the carrier and the plan that fits you best. Terry Insure Group is an independent insurance agency specializing in home, auto, and commercial lines of insurance. Call Terry Insure Group at 405-293-4880 or stop by at 622 South Division or visit them online at tigok.com. Terry Insure Group, insuring your world.
Tina and Stefan and the entire staff, they are who you see them be. They're genuine people. They care about people. They've spent their entire lives in healthcare.
I can honestly say I'm 65 years old, and I'm probably in the best health I've been in my whole life, to be honest with you. And it's thanks to Stefan and his staff here, because everything they've done for me is just worked tremendously.
I just highly recommend Strive to anybody who's wanting to see a real improvement in their overall health, to be quite frank, their quality of life.
All right, guys, I am back with this post-game show brought to you by Generations Church. We're the Guthrie Bluejays here tonight, coming in at number 13, knock off number 4 ranked Duncan Demons. Great night of action here. We'll recap real quick. Aiden Smith out of the hole. Young freshman, had a good Tuesday night match, came out looking good today as well. We're proud of the development that young man's making, doing a great job as well. Caden Herendeen picks up big wins like Caden Herendeen does. Picks up bonus wins for this duel, which really mattered coming down to the end. We needed those points to win, and we got those points. So Matthew Jairus comes in and wrestles for us at 126. Dax Lopez with a very hard-fought last-minute win victory, really dug down deep to make that happen and wrestled a great match. Colby Wilder came out and wrestled one of their studs in what ended up being a very one-sided match until the end, and Colby Wilder dang near pulls off a fall, which would have been a huge upset, especially where the outcome of that match was. But Colby did a nice job of keeping those bonus points away from the other team. What was going to be a tech fall, what was going to be a pin, only ended up being barely a major decision, and that mattered coming down to the end. You know, that was a 2-point swing in a match that we were down 2 points going into, so that could have been that was a huge contribution there. Clayton Carey picks up a big win at 144. Rowan McCone wrestled 150. Rowan, a young freshman, battling through some stuff and growing as he goes. We expect a lot of good stuff out of Rowan McCone and Roston Usselton as well. Roston wrestled at 157 and wrestled a nice match. Got a little outmatched by a upperclassman, but still wrestling hard. Roston's another one that's going to be a good one. We're just waiting on development from him. Bryson Hall at 165. Wrestled last year's state champion at 157. They bumped up Eli Ramirez to try to win this duel, and it backfired as Bryson Hall really took it to one of their studs. Really, you know, Coach talked about, you know, Guthrie pushing their pace, really pushed pace, got him down tired enough where he needed some injury time to catch his breath again, and then Bryson just kept on going for a bonus win. Nice job. Bryson's looking great. 175, Tyler Gettings picks up a big 6-point pin. Mason Russell stepping in at 190, his second varsity match. Mason's wrestling tough as a youngster, new to wrestling. He's a big, strong kid, good athlete. Mason's going to be a great wrestler as well. A little bit outmatched tonight, but he will continue to build and get better. I think I talked to his dad earlier this week, and he said, hey, we weren't expecting to have to wrestle varsity yet, so I'm proud of Mason. He did a great job stepping in there at 190. Eli Maroney, 215. Scared everyone a couple of times like he does, but he was able to pick up big bonus wins there, a 14-point victory for more bonus wins. Bonus with a key tonight. The Blue Jays pulling off bonus over and over again. It was a great job. And then we were down to the heavyweights, the big matchup. Guthrie's down by 2. We have to win the match to win the duel. And Nick Herendeen, in big-time Nick Herendeen fashion, pulls off a pin in the first period to pull Guthrie Bluejays from a 2-point deficit up to a 4-point lead to pull the upset over the Duncan Demons. Again, we want to thank the Duncan Demons for hosting this event. I know they got a big tournament this weekend. They're out here setting up mats right now while we are doing this post-game show, and they have been nothing short of accommodating. You know, this small community of wrestling, it's kind of funny how we compete and battle against each other all the time, but when it comes down to it, it's kind of a fraternity. So when we travel on the road, the Duncan Demons, you know, Coach Ashton Cooper has been nothing but accommodating. Let me set up right where I wanted to, right where we could be in the front of the action. We're front and center. We got the camera set up where we wanted. They let me be down here front so I could be right in the middle of the action. I really do appreciate that. The Duncan Demons fans were loud behind me. I had to turn up my headphones. They were so loud. The band was over here playing and rocking and rolling, so it was a good wrestling environment in this Duncan Demon gym. And again, I really do appreciate their accommodations. They have been great. So with that said, I want to thank again all of our sponsors. I want to run through real quick and mention our sponsors for this broadcast. This broadcast would not be possible if it weren't for our sponsors that are helping us out at Bank First. We want to thank them, F&M Bank, North Church, and John Vance and Generations Church. These guys have been so great to Guthrie Sports and Athletics. Seems like every time you turn around, they are there to help, and we appreciate that. Also want to thank Phil Nichols and Exon and what they're doing to support this Guthrie broadcast. Also, South Point Church, close to my heart. That is where I attend and serve. We got to love the people out at South Point and thank them for contributing to this broadcast. Also want to thank my good friend, Paul Creed, over at A-Team Overhead Doors. His wife and him helped purchase this camera that you're looking at me on right now, and I really, they actually went with me when I went and got it. So I really appreciate them, not just as friends, but as wrestling supporters for supporting this broadcast. TIG Insurance, Seth Robbins, and all of his compadres down there. We want to thank Seth for always being a big-time Guthrie supporter, and his son wrestled for this program years ago, and he has been on board ever since, and we really appreciate them at TIG. Also want to thank Strive Wellness Lounge for all that they're doing, not just for our athletes, but for our community, helping everyone there get healthy, but definitely for our athletes. They're doing a good job supporting, and they are doing a nice job with everything they're doing for our community in Guthrie. We want to thank them for sponsoring this broadcast and making it possible. And last, but definitely not least, Aspen Roofing has been here all year long supporting our Guthrie Bluejays and supporting this broadcast. We want to thank them for contributing all that they're doing. All of our sponsors, whether it's for the boosters, whether it's for this broadcast, you guys have been awesome. You are making all of this possible, and you are definitely keeping our fans fed by allowing us to do these broadcasts. We want to thank you guys here. Give a special shout out to my friends at Second Banana Media. Also, the guys at the Guthrie News Page Network for letting us put this broadcast on here, working with those guys. I do miss Phil and Chris and Ronnie being my sidekicks, but on the road, I've been solo here these last couple of weeks. But we get back in January. We're going to be all back at the helm. You guys will have your slow motions back, and the real producer, Chris Evans, back on the helm. Ronnie Phillips will be there, too, to help him. So when we get back to action next year after Christmas, we're going to have the A team back. You guys are working with the C team tonight. But I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Want to thank our sponsors one last time. And with that said, go Blue Jays. We're going to sign out, and we will see you guys here in January for our next broadcast at home.